outpost where shadows whispered of unseen horrors. The pioneers faced the abyss that yawned within the confines of their habitat. The Martian winds whispered secrets across the desolate landscape as the expeditionary ship touched down on the rust-colored soil. The crew, a mix of scientists, engineers, and pioneers, emerged from their metallic cocoon, greeted by the eerie stillness of an uncharted world. The sun dipped beneath the alien horizon, casting long shadows that danced like phantoms over the red sands. Their mission was clear: to establish a foothold for humanity on Mars, a testament to the indomitable spirit of exploration. The crimson expanse stretched before them, a canvas awaiting the imprint of human endeavor. Yet even in the solitude of the Martian wastes, a distant silhouette marred the purity of the landscape. As they approached the anomaly, a crash site came into view, a foreign vessel, its metallic hull bearing the scars of an otherworldly descent. The crew, clad in Martian suits that echoed with each labored breath, exchanged nervous glances beneath their visors. A sense of isolation, amplified by the alien terrain, settled upon them like a shroud. The airlock hissed as they breached the sanctity of the alien ship. Cold, sterile corridors greeted them, devoid of any sign of life. The dim glow of emergency lighting cast long shadows, distorting the angles of the foreign architecture. The explorers ventured further, their breaths hitching in the air as if the ship itself held its breath, waiting. The mysteries of the vessel unfolded, a technological marvel beyond human comprehension. Alien glyphs adorned the walls, pulsating with an otherworldly energy that sent shivers down the spines of the intrepid crew. The deeper they delved, the more the ship seemed like a tomb, a relic from a civilization lost to the cosmic expanse. In the heart of the vessel, a cavernous chamber lay silent. A central console, adorned with holographic displays, beckoned like an ancient altar. The explorers, their breaths suspended in the alien air, exchanged hesitant glances. The Martian winds outside seemed to echo with spectral whispers, as if the very soul of the red planet recoiled from the intrusion. Yet it was what they didn't find that gnawed at the edges of their collective sanity. The ship, despite its enigmatic aura, held no signs of life, no remnants of the beings who once piloted it through the cosmic void. The hollowness of the vessel seemed to amplify the isolation of the Martian landscape, closing in on the explorers like the walls of an alien tomb. As the crew retraced their steps to the Martian surface, the anomaly behind them seemed to pulse with a subtle energy, as if it watched and waited. The sun dipped lower, casting elongated shadows that stretched toward the approaching Martian night. The whispers of the winds intensified, carrying with them the weight of the unknown. Night descended over the Martian outpost, and the pioneers huddled within their habitation modules. The shadows danced on the walls, animated by the flickering light of consoles and monitors. The alien ship, a phantom on the horizon, lingered in the collective consciousness of the colonists, like a specter from the abyss. Sleep eluded them as the Martian night unfolded, a symphony of eerie sounds and haunting echoes. The isolation of the outpost became a palpable force, pressing upon the minds of the explorers like an invisible hand. In the confined spaces of their modules, the crew members exchanged furtive glances, haunted by the alien presence that lingered just beyond the thin walls. The Martian winds, now carrying a distant lament, seemed to whisper tales of forgotten civilizations and cosmic mysteries. The colonists, tossed in the sea of isolation, clung to the illusion of control, unaware that the alien ship had become a silent witness to their intrusion. As the first day on Mars bled into the second, the anomaly on the horizon remained silent, a shadow etched against the crimson tapestry of the Martian sky. The pioneers, unknowingly marked by the alien encounter, embarked on their mission with a sense of foreboding, a prelude to the unfolding horror that awaited them in the desolation of the red planet. The Martian dawn crept over the horizon, casting long shadows that stretched across the outpost. The pioneers, nestled in the metallic embrace of their habitat, awoke to the muted glow of the red sunrise. A collective unease lingered in the air, a subtle undercurrent that whispered of the alien ship's enigmatic departure. As the colonists gathered in the communal spaces, their conversations were tinged with an unspoken apprehension. The once prominent anomaly on the horizon had vanished, leaving behind an emptiness that mirrored the void of space itself. The pioneers exchanged furtive glances, grappling with the disconcerting absence of the otherworldly vessel. Yet the true depth of their disquiet unfolded in the days that followed. A silent plague gripped the Martian outpost, an insidious force that lurked beneath the surface of their daily routines. The pioneers, once bound by the shared dream of a new world, now found themselves ensnared in the tendrils of an unseen menace. The first symptoms were subtle: an occasional shiver, a fleeting shadow in the periphery of their vision. As the Martian winds howled outside, an unsettling chill settled within the hearts of the explorers. Fatigue clawed at them, gnawing at their vitality, as if the very air of Mars bore the weight of an unseen affliction. The scientists, armed with the tools of analysis, turned their attention to the possibility of a microbial invader from the alien ship. Yet, their sterile instruments offered no solace, revealing no traces of an earthly pathogen. The Martian soil, once an emblem of scientific curiosity, now held the lingering specter of a silent assailant. Days blurred into nights as the colonists grappled with an unseen adversary. Hallucinations haunted their waking hours, fleeting glimpses of alien glyphs dancing on the walls of their habitats. The communal spaces echoed with the tortured cries of those tormented by fevered dreams, the line between reality and delirium growing increasingly thin. Quarantine measures proved futile as the silent plague spread like a creeping shadow, transcending the physical confines of the habitat. The explorers, now isolated within the vastness of Mars, became prisoners of their own dread. The very air, once a symbol of new beginnings, now bore the weight of an unspoken horror. In the dim corridors of the outpost, the pioneers moved with the weariness of souls burdened by an unseen malevolence. Whispered conversations, tinged with desperation, filled the air as they grappled with the inexorable descent into madness. The Martian winds outside seemed to carry the anguished cries of the colonists, lost in the labyrinth of their own unraveling minds. The communal spaces, once alive with camaraderie, now echoed with the hollow sound of footsteps on metallic floors. The pioneers, their faces etched with the pallor of affliction, exchanged vacant glances as the outpost transformed into a spectral tomb. The silent plague, an unyielding force, claimed minds and bodies, leaving behind a tableau of desolation. In the isolation of their individual modules, the pioneers faced the relentless onslaught of the silent plague. Paranoia festered, and the line between friend and foe blurred in the fevered minds of those haunted by the extraterrestrial encounter. The very essence of their humanity seemed to unravel, replaced by the hollow emptiness of the Martian abyss. As the outpost sank into a nightmarish symphony of despair, the pioneers, once bound by the promise of a new world, succumbed to the inexorable forces that lurked in the shadows. The Martian winds, now carrying the anguished echoes of lost sanity, howled in a lament that reverberated through the silent expanse of the red planet. The silent plague, an unseen adversary, claimed its toll in the desolation of Mars. In the Martian outpost, where shadows whispered of unseen horrors, the pioneers faced the abyss that yawned within the confines of their habitat. The silent plague, an ethereal malevolence, had left an indelible mark on the souls of the explorers, transforming the outpost into a desolate theater of despair. The once promising colony now echoed with the tormented cries of the afflicted. The communal spaces, now devoid of life, bore witness to the aftermath of the silent plague. Lifeless bodies lay scattered like fallen stars, each a testament to the unraveling sanity that had gripped the Martian pioneers. In the final throes of the silent plague, a lone figure emerged, a 10-year-old colonist's boy, seemingly untouched by the cosmic horrors that had befallen the others. The boy, his eyes wide with a mixture of innocence and terror, wandered through the lifeless corridors, the echoes of his footsteps haunting the empty spaces. As Earth's rescue team approached Mars, hope flickered in the hearts of those who yearned for salvation. Yet, the reality that awaited them unfolded in the stark tableau of the outpost. The rescue team, clad in sterile suits, navigated the corridors with trepidation, their faces hidden behind visors that reflected the desolation that lay within. The boy, the lone survivor amidst the sea of death, stood as a living testament to the silent plague that had claimed the outpost. His eyes, once filled with the wonder of exploration, now mirrored the abyss that had consumed the Martian pioneers. The rescue team, their voices muffled by the confines of their suits, sought answers in the vacant gaze of the boy. As the outpost's airlock hissed open, the Martian winds carried with them the whispers of the cosmic forces that lingered in the abyss. The boy, speechless and scarred by the silent plague, became the vessel through which the unanswered questions of the Red Planet spoke. The rescue team, their faces etched with a mix of sorrow and disbelief, surveyed the lifeless expanse that stretched before them. The Martian outpost, once a beacon of human ambition, now stood as a haunting testament to the limits of exploration. The alien ship, its enigmatic departure shrouded in cosmic mysteries, had become a phantom on the horizon. The boy, forever marked by the silent plague, stood alone amidst the echoes in the abyss of Mars. As the rescue team initiated the return journey to Earth, the Martian winds continued their mournful howl, carrying with them the unresolved questions that lingered in the cosmic void. The outpost, now a crypt for lost dreams, faded into the red expanse, a silent testament to the folly of reaching for the stars. The Martian pioneers, claimed by the abyss, left behind an echo of humanity lost in the desolation of the Red Planet.